tell me a little bit about your business and your background and how you got into doing what you're doing? And what were some of the initial challenges that you faced?
Yeah, sure. So my background is that I've always helped entrepreneurs grow and scale their companies. I worked with founders, leaders, helping them build and scale the business either to exit or to work on M&A and acquire businesses. And so I had great experience feeling that at that point I could start my own company. So I started a marketing technology company and had really high growth the first couple of years in a row. We were on the Inc. 500 3 times. And so I had a coach, I had WPO, and I had my implementer. And that really helped me stay focused, scale my business to the point where I was able to exit it in 2023. And when I did, I decided to become an EOS implementer. It's a big shift, going from being a CEO, running a company, all of the weight of the business on me. Also, when I was an advisor for a company and working in the business, I was part of those companies. So it was definitely a shift where I had identity struggles. I had brand struggles. I wasn't quite sure of my ICP. And that's when I decided it would be really important for me to hire a business coach, which is how I found Maria. And it's been really game changing ever since.
What made you decide to work with me? What was it specifically about me at the time?
Yeah. So I came across Maria on my LinkedIn and I really loved her approach. She is really authentic and helps me bring out ideas and bring out challenges that I'm having and help me overcome them and discover them. But I could tell from that first interaction in choosing Maria, because I did talk to several business coaches, that it would be a good fit. I feel like it is important for women-owned, women-led businesses oftentimes to have a female coach, and that's been tremendously helpful as well. Maria's experience in helping with finding my ICP and also my own personal brand, she does such incredible work there. That was one of my biggest challenges, was that identity crisis that I went through. So the reasons I really selected her was, one, she was a female. I wanted a female coach. Two, her approach, really authentic, and that's come through in all of our work together. And three, her help with my ICP, my ideal customer profile, and my branding work. And all of that's been, the reason why I continue to work with her.
And what have been the biggest shifts for you? What are the things that you feel you've been able to accomplish or create or change within your own approach?
Yeah, Maria's been incredible about helping me with that identity, because when I go out as an EOS implementer and I go out to talk about what I do, I was originally saying I do everything. I bring EOS and I can help you with every part of your business. It's not that that isn't true, but the focus now that I have and my ability to say that I come in as an experienced leader, founder, I bring my business development and go-to-market experience, and I bring my experience as a Colby certified consultant, and being able to talk about how I help, being able to articulate that changed everything. So up until I started working with Maria in October, I was having slower business development. And after I started working with Maria, I saw my business double in January. And so I really do attribute that to my ability to be able to articulate who I can help and staying focused on my ideal customer. She's really helped me understand and identify my true strengths. And today we're continuing to work on a book that's been a goal of mine for 10 years. And I feel like with Maria, I actually will get that written and launched this year. And so that's also incredible, having that accountability coach and focusing on what's been most important to me has also been a reason that I'll continue to work with her.
And what would you say to women who are perhaps at pivot point, transitioning into running their own business, if they're hesitating about getting a business coach, or that would inspire them?
If you're thinking about or you're on the fence about a business coach, one, I would just pick up the phone and call Maria, right? Having a conversation. As a female leader, how many people can we really go to and open up, be humble and say, hey, we're having these challenges. We're having these problems. It's already a challenge being a female leader. There comes a point where you have to be able to be humble and you have to do some introspective work and really understand what those internal voices are that are holding you back. And working with Maria, working with a coach will will get you there. And those are blockers, whether you know it or not, those voices that are in your head, all of that, whether it's called imposter syndrome or limiting beliefs and not really truly understanding what's holding you back, those are blockers. And if you can uncover those and do that work one-on-one with Maria as a coach or any business coach, you will see how much faster you're going to get there. I certainly could have struggled through and continue to grow, one client a month. And that's what EOS talks about. Bring on new one client a month. But instead, I was able to double my business. And so I felt like getting there faster is worth the investment, but also uncovering and learning so much about myself. And I've always had a coach, but having a coach where you're making a big transition, or you're thinking about selling your business, or you're thinking about bringing on, new partners, it's really important at any pivotal moment in your business to have a coach to lean on, because they're going to help you through those challenges so much faster. And just having that outside perspective has been incredibly helpful. I would just say, so many times people are on the fence about things, and I would just say, have a phone call, schedule time with Maria and talk to her. And the best part about it is that not every coach is for every person. So having that conversation, you'll really get to know her and see if she's a good fit, but it actually is worth your time to just have that conversation.